Hello everyone, this is Moses from ZAATAR Gardens. Just decided to walk around and talk. I have a lot of events going on in my life, and I may do this as a video journal for myself or for my family or for my son in the future. So when he really understands a lot of stuff when he gets older, he can watch with me. But while I'm walking around, I'll be talking about the garden, showing you what the garden looks like and sharing some tips here and there. But I decided to make this a norm, like doing this not every once in a while, but more often. So let's see, there's Lulu. There's some nectarines still growing here, still falling on the floor, and Lulu's just playing with it. I gotta really just pick this off or throw them away. That's the problem with nectarines. If anybody's ever told you it's a lot harder to grow nectarines than peaches, they are correct. I personally believe it's the lack of the fuzziness. The peach having the fuzz, for some reason, is just keeps bugs away, or a little bit better than, hairless like this. So the first thing is my son's going to go to school for the first time. He couldn't go through TK because he was too old. He passed it up by, I think, like 2 days. So he was 2 days too old to go to TK, or 2 days too young. Sorry, 2 days too young to go to TK. So now he's going to start school, and it's getting kind of stressful for me because he's going to go into the real world now, and he won't be in a lot of my videos. I mean, I could do videos on the weekend, I suppose, but when I see something now, I could say, Sean, you want to do a video with me? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, Daddy. Well, I won't have that yeah, sure, Daddy anymore, And it's going to be almost 3 years now. I've always had him. Or if it wasn't for him, it's Lulu over there. But, and that's kind of like, I feel like I'm going to lose my son kind of thing. I don't want to lose him. Here's some Concord grapes. You got to remember that they've been, it's actually pretty large for Concord grapes. For me, I don't usually have that large of a Concord grape harvest. You got to remember this was just transplanted recently. So I don't know. The side thing, I'm having a lot of ant problems too. So my wife pretty much made me buy ant traps. So there's one here, right over there. That's already done. What's this? Oh, plastic. I was digging the potatoes out, and I found a piece of plastic. And there's a Fuyu persimmon. I'm planning on cutting off branches off this Fuyu persimmon, the one my son planted with me right here. That was the first tree I ever bought. I'm planning on cutting a few branches and putting it in a shadow box with my son watering it. A picture of him watering it in the shadow box with one of the little branches in there with it, so I could always remember that time. I don't think I'm losing my son, but like, he's gonna realize that the world is not nice. He's gonna I hope nothing bad happens to him, but you know how school is. Maybe not kindergarten, but first grade, second grade, you know how it is. Everybody listening knows how it is. I don't even have to even explain. There's going to be bullies. There's going to be someone, he's a really cool, cute kid, but someone's going to say, I'm just saying, you have a big nose, or, your hair's all screwed up. You have bedhead, Shant, I don't want to talk about that anymore because I don't want to give my brain anxiety over the stuff that kids say. But he's gonna see that not everybody wants to be his friend when he thinks everybody wants to be his friend. you know, and, you know, God forbid he has someone steal his lunch money or someone steal from him, you know. And if that person says, you know, if you tell on me, I'm going to beat you up or something. I'm getting a little bit dark here, but like I said, this is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it's, unfortunately, the world we live in when you're kids. And I'm afraid when things are like, when that stuff's going to happen, my son's going to shut down, because me and my son have a very, very open relationship. He tells me everything. If I'm in bed and he got up before I did, he'll come to the room to tell me, Daddy, I have 2 Oreo cookies in my hand. I don't want to eat it without telling you. Can I eat some? You know, he's that kind-hearted, and I think it's telling me a lot about him. What he's going to be when he grows up. He's going to be someone that's going to be helping people. He wants to help. If you know some kids where if they want to play, kids come to their house and they don't want to share their toys, or they get mad if someone else plays with their toys, my son will actually give his toys to the other kids and sit down and smile while the other kids are playing with his toys. He loves sharing. He loves caring, and I hope I don't lose that. Here's the avocado. Every year it just does this time of year. It's just hot, that's all. And it just flushes new growth out. Like you can even see right here. You see that new growth right here? It just, not to freak out, you know, you got dead limbs right here. See? Nothing to freak out over. And I told you, see, I'll be putting some gardening tips here and there while we're talking about life. And I still am going to continue with this video, but if you're still here, let me know in the comment section if you like this kind of stuff where you're listening to one thing, but I'm showing you others. So you're listening to what I'm saying, but you're intrigued to keep listening because you're looking at the garden. You're not just staring. You're not looking at my face in the house. This is jujube, but I don't know about this one. There's jujubes right here. Some more up there. Been eating them here and there, but I'm not that. I'm gonna do a different video on this. I'm not that. I'm disappointed in the production this year with the jujube. There's a lot more up there, but I'm disappointed this year with the jujube. I don't know why it didn't produce that much, but it didn't. Very disappointed. Actually mad. It's the 3rd year in the ground, and this is a 5% the production as compared to the 1st year in the ground. Like not even established roots, and it's like it had like 30 or 40 fruit in its 1st year. That was 4 months after it was planted, and here we are. 3 years later, and I have like maybe 8. I don't get it. Anyways, let's go see over here. Let's see what Lulu wants to see. So, yeah. I don't know. Let me know also if you had children that started, or if you have your first child going to kindergarten this year. Your first child ever. Or even your 3rd or 2nd child going to kindergarten. Because school's starting soon, and it's just, I'm looking at the passion fruit right now. Actually, I'm actually really looking at it. I want to make sure it's not going into the tiles, like behind the, I don't know what you call that, the fascia board? Behind the tile. I don't want them to grow under the roof for some weird reason. But yeah, I don't know. Papaya, the reason why papaya hasn't been growing as much as before, as you can see, it's still right here. See all the papaya? I don't know why I didn't think about it. It's just not getting sun because of the excuse me, I was going to say ashitava, the ashwagandha. I was about to say I saw something move. I'm like, is there a flower moving? Look at that. But this needs to go back so this stuff can get sun. That's probably what's going on. But you know what? Maybe it's better. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. That's the stuff I look at. Maybe, yeah, of course, more sun would have been bigger. Would have been already taller than me. Or would it have? Maybe it couldn't survive because this is the hottest part of with this hot sun hitting this wall and bouncing back. If it's 100 degrees ambient temperature, oh, it's 115, 120 in here. 115. 115, you're burning up. And I didn't have any leaf burn either. Check this out. The pink lady apple used to have 3 other varieties. Well, I think it still has a Honeycrisp. Where's the graft? Right there. Here's the graft. Still has a Honeycrisp. But it used to have Fuji, everything like that, Granny Smith. There was tons of stuff on here. But when we removed these 3 trees, the branches came down and this whole tree was like this on the floor, and I freaked out. But I said, you know what? It's my fault. I planted it there. We took the tree off. Well, it was a big branch, a heavy branch. We took it off and then slowly came right back up. Little trooper. Here's the purple passion asparagus. But yeah, I just don't know what to do with my psyche about it. I feel like I'm losing my son sometimes. But you know what? When I was working full time, when he was a baby, I used to drop him off at daycare. When he was a baby, when he was a baby, we're talking about him just can't even say daddy yet. You know how hard that was to drop off a cute little baby, your firstborn, to someone you don't even know who it is, like a daycare. Like it was a legit business daycare. It wasn't from a house or anything. It just doesn't mean it's better or worse. It wasn't just, I couldn't leave it at a house. No way. This one had like more see this inward growth. This needs to go. Don't waste the energy going inward. This is the Flavor Delight Apium. What a shame. I should have saw this a long time ago. But I may still keep it maybe because I got to tell myself to back off of these trees, these 3, because it's just to provide shade for the window. But like I said, you know, maybe I'm overreacting, but because after a while I didn't mind it. It always hurt, but I didn't mind it so much when I dropped him off at daycare because he used to run to his friends, you know. But I don't know. The Parfianca's doing good. Didn't flower this year either, but if you remember, stupid me, I forgot the tag on the Parfianca underground. I thought it was mycelium growth, and I looked, it was the Parfianca tag, Dave Wilson Nursery. Anyways, but after I took it off, explosive growth. I never got this tall before. Taller than me, you know. Here's a honeyberry. This is how the honeyberry looks in California, Central California in the summer, so it's not all like that. I mean, there's still new growth coming out. There's a weed. There's still new growth, you know. But the other honeyberry is doing good because you need 2 different varieties to get honeyberries. I got it before. I just never filmed it. I don't know why I didn't, but here's the other honeyberry right here. This is doing pretty well. But I think it's because I let the grass grow. This is for cover, really. But I let the grass grow, and I think it gave it a little more shade. But now it's kind of dying back, the grass. The lime tree is doing a lot better, but it's still, I don't think it likes to be in the pot. I'm deciding on putting either this lime tree or the bay tree where the Fuyu persimmon was. Or just buying, when my daughter is born, buying another Fuyu persimmon and trying it again. Because now my garden is a lot better because I put that in the ground, the Fuyu persimmon. You can see it dead over there. When I put that in the ground, this was just luckily I have footage or photos of how bad it was. I mean, this was just a concrete desert, my backyard. So it didn't have a good start for a couple years until the soil got better and better. Here's the moringa. But I know sometimes I look at my son and I just want to choke up and cry. Because I did as much as I could for him before he starts school. But I sometimes think like everyone, like sometimes I see my son, like right now he's watching TV. He's right in front of the television set, you know, and I have to yell at him to get back. And I'm like, you know, I could have, you know, it was a nice day today. I could have taken him to the park, you know, but I ended up reading to him, teaching him a few things like that, to tell him how to count to past 25. You know, he's up to 20, and I'm trying, but you know, like then you look at it, and it's like only, let's just say, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes I spent with them. Really spent with them. You know, I'm always there for them. I'm always going to be there. But did I really do a lot of, I need more water on the Vernon Sapote. Did I really do a lot for them? Should I have done more? You know, and I did a lot. I'm always going to be here for them. I didn't have a dad growing up, and I'll speak about that later on. Well, I did, but I'd rather have not had one. But I'll speak about that later on in another long video. Some raspberry. I'm going to take some off and give it to my son. Look at the beautiful raspberries. Oh, there's flies on it. I hate that. Well, whatever. We'll just wash it. You can see the Tamarillo changing colors because of the aphids that I had to get rid of, really the black ants. And like I said, I am using not poison in the garden, but poison in like really specific spots around the garden on edges and stuff. Because my wife's complaining, ants are in the house. So what am I going to do? I've done organic things, but you know, I'm not an organic farmer. I don't have to be Omri or whatever they say that. And if, you know, it's not only my house, and if there's ants in the bed or in the bedroom, what am I going to do? You know, it's just too bad. So if you're still with me in the comment section, put down watched all the way through or something like that. That would be pretty cool to know who watched all the way through. Because this is one of my longest videos I've ever done. The longest video I ever did was 20 minutes long, and I did 3 of them. That was with the garden tour of the spring of last year. But and let me know again in the comment section if you guys like this type of video where I'm talking about my life, and if you stick around, you'll find little tips and tricks, and it's kind of like a garden tour / rant, or something like that. I'll maybe name it something like that. All right, everybody. Happy gardening. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Okay, like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching, everyone.